Stepping in on a week's notice. Kind of how did this all come together? I mean, were you trying to put something together, or how did this happen?
So I got a call a week ago. They actually asked me if I wanted to fight up a weight class, but walking around at like 124, 25 is no secret. I'm not that big to be able to handle a 25er really. And it just kind of got brought to my attention that Angela Hill rematch could be an option, but they didn't say it was going to be in 7 days. So, we're always training. We're always getting ready for something. But yeah, I found out on Saturday. I mean, even my teammates were calling me because they saw it posted at, the fight night, and they're like, do you need to tell me something? I'm like, man, I just found out too. It's okay. So
That's crazy. Was this, I mean, obviously you weren't expecting the rematch at this time, but was this a rematch that you had thought about over the years? Like, hey, but we need to do this again?
man, I never really think of fights like that, and there's so many that people would probably like rally for me to have rematches, right? But I just look forward to getting in the octagon and performing, man, and I'm just really focused on getting better. So rematch or not, it wasn't like I have a picture of Angela in my house, like, oh, I can't wait to the day, because honestly, I believe she won the first fight, but I also believe that was 4 years ago, and we've both changed. So as much as she's gotten better, I've gotten better too.
She mentioned that you two had done a little bit of training together, just like conditioning, and then she went on social media and said she likes you and that sort of thing. I mean, does that make it any more difficult, man? I know you don't have to hate somebody, but when you know they like you and you kind of want to train together, does that make it tough to go in there?
No, it's funny. I'm actually really glad that she is, who she says she is, because we did train together in the underwater training, and I was kind of like her hype man, like, you got this, girl, let's go. Like, it's not easy being 14 feet deep with weights attached to you and people trying to tell you to stay underwater, like anybody's going to be freaked out, and, it just pushes the level on that. So it was cool to kind of get that experience with her outside, of all the years that we haven't talked or been friends, and we've kind of talked about cross training together. But I do appreciate the respect, because you have people like when I fought Amanda Bobby Cooper, that was really cool to my face, and then talking so much smack on social media. So I respect that, and why not get both of us paychecks? I like to think of it as kind of how Sam Alvey says, get your friend paid too. So I'm 100% okay being friends. We're in there for competition. So.
Last time we saw you, very impressive win there. How big one was that for you, just to have that performance for your own confidence and to break the losing streak?
Yeah, I've had a tough run, and even to this day, when people see both of our records next to each other, they're like, "Why are these people in the UFC?" And then you go and watch our fights, and you understand why we're in the UFC. So, that win was so important to me on so many levels. And, for me, always being the underdog, there's no difference. I just want to go and compete, and I just want to be better. So, and I had that confidence in that last round of my last fight, and I'm going to use that to carry me on, because it wasn't that long ago. So I'm feeling good.
Last thing for me, what type of fight are you anticipating here? Like you said, 4 years ago, both have improved a lot since then. I mean, do you expect it to play out in similar fashion at all, or are you expecting something completely different?
No, where I think we're the same as our styles, right? She's a stand-up fighter. I'm more MMA. I like the ground. So even though we've both gotten better in both those aspects, I think it's just going to be a 2.0 of what the first one was. And I think I give her more of a challenge because I'm more confident. As my second fight in the UFC, I'm going against someone that was an Invicta champion, coming off what I thought she won against Jessica Andrade. So, there's a lot of those kind of feelings at that time. And now I've pretty much been faced with all the tough people, or a majority of them, right? So I think I've gotten that under my belt and felt a little bit more confident going in under my own skills and deservingly to be here. So, I just think it's going to be a funner fight than the first one.
Yeah. When Angela was out here, she was expressing frustration with Tessa Torres for not accepting a rematch with her because she had a win over her and she felt that was unfair. What's your perspective on that?
Her not taking the rematch. I read both of the sides of, the fight. If they were supposed to fight and you're able to fight, I don't understand why you wouldn't retake that fight. That's, my personal ideas. When Tisha kind of responded with her reasons for not taking that fight, I get that, but were you scheduled to fight already? So, I just feel like Angela's like, I've said before, I want to be like Angela. I want to be able to be active as possible, and it's cool to be able to step in cage with the person that is willing to step up too, so.
Yeah, she did praise your underwater weight carrying abilities. She said you're much better than her at it.
Yeah, man, when I had to do the ESPN shoot, it was pretty, they're going back down underwater. I'm like, can you tell them to come up? Because I need air. And they're like, no, you got to go down. I'm like, so it really tests your mental side of everything in life, because there's no one to help you. You just have to be able to trust in your lungs and staying calm. And it was really cool to see Angela there to, push herself because, man, anybody should try it at least once because it's a game changer for sure.
Is it more mental or physical?
I think more mental. They definitely, the physical aspects there. You see people walking, like you had two 50-pound dumbbells with a string of big men carried across the floor of the pool. But the mental calmness is something that, like, I think any fighter can use to stay calm in very tight situations where the last thing your brain wants to do is stay calm. So it's helped me a lot in that way.
Short notice fight, do you want to just keep racking these up all through the year? Maybe get like 4 fights in this year?
Yeah, man, as long as my body stays healthy and they offer me fights, I love to fight. So I'm excited to get back here and perform.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you for taking the time. Are we to assume you're a little bit of a gym rat? Do you stay in shape year round? You stay ready so you don't have to get ready? That's how you're able to perform Saturday?
I feel like during quarantine, that's like pretty much the only thing we can do, right? Like it's the only thing kind of legal, like if your gym allows it. So yeah, we stay ready. We train all the time. Just like if it were fight camp. Of course, fight camp's a little bit structured differently when you have an opponent in mind and you have situations and things like that. But my coaches are really good with me to make sure I'm staying in the gym and staying fit. So,
excellent. And from Michael Bisping to Donald Cerrone to Nate Diaz, the list goes on and on. Short notice fights. How much of a relief is that? No need to overthink, right? You're just ready to rock on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. My first fight in the UFC against Justin Kish was on a week's notice. So, I not only had to cut weight then. Now is a lot different than when I was then. But, it's a whole weight off your shoulders when all you have to do is, like, focus on the weight cut. You don't have time to overthink injuries. You don't have to overthink your opponent. You don't have to overthink all the people on social media, talking crazy and stuff like that. It's a blessing.
Excellent. And lastly, prediction or what can we expect from the Spider Monkey on Saturday?
I will give you already answered that, man. You're going to see some Spider Monkey. So, it's going to be a lot of high energy on both ends. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Spider Monkey's going to Spider Monkey.
Yeah,
Very
man.
Good. Thank you. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.